I think a podcast would be cool. Would you guys be interested in me starting a podcast? Hey everybody, welcome back to the vlog. It is a little bit after 11. Yeah, and I have not gone downstairs yet. I'm literally just waking up. I literally set my alarm for 10 o'clock and then turned it off and went back to bed. So, yeah, no. That's just how that worked out this morning. So, we're just doing the hair. I'm not gonna put it up today. I think I'm gonna give it a break and just let her be down. It's getting so long. Look at that. I think I need to get a trim, but I don't know. I don't really know. Anyways, not much is on the schedule for today. I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. Today is Thursday, so I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. I do know I need to bring my ring light downstairs. I want to record some shorts today, and I also want to, well, Dad's seeing if he can get some like camera screws, like for the camera, like some mount screws, so we can see if I can mount it to the ring light and whatnot. So yeah, um, so I need to bring that downstairs. So, and luckily, since that's a carrying bag, I can carry stuff downstairs. So yeah, so let's get this day started. We're currently trying to set up the ring light and everything. I've got you guys mounted to the ring light right now, but the screw mount thing is kind of a little wonky, so we're trying to fix this as best as possible. I've got the plug-in for the ring light. It's not plugged in, so we need to get that. But I just want to test this because I want to see if I can do this with the ring light and everything. So yeah. So Dad's coming back in to see if we can fix this. Hi. I'm vlogging this process.
Oh, well, I gotta take that all back off.
Okay. It's it's going. We're figuring it out. Um the mount is not working the way we're hoping. Um so let's hope for the best. Alright, let's test this. Ah!
Me.
Color. Ooh. Try pink. Ooh. Ooh. I like the green. There's this one. Well, there's a few different greens, but there's
I
one.
remember.
This one. This one's nice.
I remember.
Nice. Looks good on my skin tone.
Aw.
And then white. Oh, God. Always forget it goes to maximum brightness when it goes to white mode.
That's wrong.
What?
It should start out dim.
Yeah, you'd think.
No, it's blinded.
Okay, yeah. This, yeah. This looks. I like it. I look lit up. Ooh. Fancy schmancy. Okay, thank you. Okay, so we got it all set up. Good to go. Looks great. I am very happy with this. Um, don't know if the lighting, I don't know. On 15%, it looks pretty good. I don't like how my eyes are like completely not visible right now. But then again, it is like the middle of the day. But it looks better with the light on. Like even in the middle of the day, the lighting looks so much better with this on. Um, I'm so glad I got a ring light. This is gonna help so much when I'm recording stuff. Oh my gosh. I love it. Yeah. But anyways, yeah, so it is, what time is it? It's noon, so I'm probably going to grab some chips, probably, just to have as a snack, because I'm not really ready for lunch yet, but I'm kind of hungry. I want something, just a little something to snack on, just a little something. So we're gonna grab that, and yeah, it's okay. So I'm actually like hungry now. So I'm gonna take my old coffee into the kitchen, dump it, because yeah, it's a bit too old at this point. I'm not gonna drink all of this, and I don't want to drink old coffee. Oh, the lighting is horrible in here. Sorry about that. But I'm gonna have SpaghettiOs. Yeah. So I'm grabbing a bowl. I'm gonna just set this over here. I don't have my tripod in here. I'm literally just like carrying you guys because I don't feel like carrying that big ass tripod into the kitchen and setting it up and everything. So y'all are just gonna get sat down on top of the convection oven while I make this. Right there? Yeah, that works. Okay, so got my SpaghettiOs. You can't see what I'm doing. That's okay, because we're just talking. Got a spoon. This is my favorite spoon. Yes, I have the type of autism that gives me a favorite spoon. If you know, you know. So I just use this to open the lid of the can because it's tough to open these. Oh wow, it's actually coming out. That's weird. Sometimes these cans, like, they don't want to come out. Well, spoke too soon. Started coming out and then didn't want to. Got it all in here. You guys are sitting on the microwave. I'm gonna put you guys like right here. That lighting is horrendous. Okay. There was a spider in here. Um, I don't know where he went. I am a huge fan of spiders. I literally have a spider tattoo. If that tells you anything, they're my favorite animal. Yeah, I don't know. I saw him. He was a jumping spider, and I was like, oh, he just was talking to him. Which I don't know if that's weird to talk to spiders, but I talk to them. If I see them, I'm gonna talk to them because I'm just that kind of person. So what you gonna do about it? Oh, I need to get my pop out of the fridge. What's that? Orange. This is ready, so let's go eat. Okay, let me pause my video. So I'm gonna play something. I'm thinking Fortnite. I kind of want to play some Fortnite. I'm not really sure. I don't have the ring light on, so the lighting is a bit off. It doesn't look too bad with the way the natural light is coming in. I don't like how the window from behind me comes in and like overexposes everything, but whatever. We're just gonna go with that. So I don't know. See, I just downloaded Rocket League and I've never played Rocket League before. So I kind of want to try that. So maybe I'll play Rocket League, see what that's like. I know nothing about it. I've watched maybe like 3 videos of people playing it years ago. But yeah, I just have a Switch Lite. I was also thinking of playing Palia because I've had Palia for like a year and a half and don't even have a house in it yet. Or I do have a house, but it's like very basic. I don't know. Um, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna play. Gosh, what games do I have? I've got a lot of demos on here. So I'll just go through the games that I actually have. So I've got Dreamlight Valley, the Disney game, Palia, Fortnite, Rocket League, Spyro, the trilogy, Dead by Daylight, but it won't let me play it because I have to have the online subscription, which is so stupid. I have Animal Crossing, um, Stardew Valley, Fishing Planet, which I've never played Fishing Planet. I just got it because it looked kind of cute. Disney Speedstorm, Cult of the Lamb, Assassin's Creed: The Rebel Collection, Sky Children of the Light, which that's a cute game. I might play that. Pokemon Cafe Remix, Mortal Kombat 11 Ultimate, Minecraft, which I might play Minecraft. Car Heat, but I need to get my card for it to put in, which I don't know where that is right now, so no. Breath of the Wild, Deltarune, Cuphead, which I like Cuphead, but it's very difficult, and I am more of a cozy gamer, so it's very difficult. And then I have Final Fantasy 12. Yeah, 12, the Zodiac Age, which I never really got into. I also have Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and this game called Earthworms. So yeah, that's all the games I have. I think I don't know what I want to play. I have no idea. I think what I'm gonna do is play. Yeah, let's try Rocket League. Let's play that for a bit. See what that all has in it, and yeah. So let me get my camera set to angled down a little bit and we'll play this for a bit. I don't know if you guys can see that really, but this is as good as it gets for you guys. I'm so sorry. for that day after song. Mario, it's cool. Okay, so I still have Rocket League up. I just finished a full game. I won. Well, the team won. I like that game. I didn't expect to, but it's really fun. So I'm probably gonna be playing for a little bit longer. So yeah, pretty fun. I need to adjust the tripod real fast. Just bring it up a little bit. We're good there. Okay, so I barely recorded today. Like, I really didn't. Let's be real. I did my makeup for TikToks. Um, just did some hearts. But I figured since I didn't record much, we could just sit down and chit chat for a second. Because we haven't really sat down and had a sit down talk for quite some time. I mean, like, we sit down and talk every so often, but it's usually short little bursts of clips, and I'm usually doing something when I'm recording. So, yeah, let's talk. So, should I plug in my ring light while I'm doing this? I don't know. Let's see if that makes a difference in the lighting. I want it on white. Oh my god, so bright. Damn. Yeah, that actually does look better. Like, genuinely. I think on 10, it looks good. Um, I think it looks better without my glasses, without the flare, but we're just gonna have to deal with that. But the lighting really does help, like, illuminate the look, and, like, the overhead light just doesn't do enough. Like, I'm really happy with this ring light, and the ring light is actually, like, turned right now, so, like, it's not fully up. Like, if I turn this up, it's gonna give me even more light. Like, hello, beauty, grace. I love it. So I think I'm keeping it like this. Although I really don't think I need the full ring light for the full effect, but I mean, it's working. It's doing its job. But anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, chit chat time. I don't even know what to talk about. Easter is coming up. I guess I could talk about that. So Easter is approaching. It is Thursday right now. So that means Good Friday is tomorrow, which means that Easter is rapidly approaching, which is hard to believe. I don't know, I don't consider myself a Christian, so, to celebrate Easter is just how do I word it? It's just the thing that I do for my dad at this point. I don't really celebrate for the religious reasons, you know. I don't celebrate it to celebrate Jesus or anything. And before you guys get mad at me if there's any Christians watching or anything, I have nothing against Christianity. I do have trauma from religion, but I don't blame every single Christian. I do have issues with, Christian nationalism and all of that kind of stuff, but as for the people who are genuinely trying to be good Christians and not use their religion for hate, I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care. But anyways, yeah, I don't celebrate just for celebrating. I celebrate in a way because there's food and there's family, which technically it's just me and my dad. That's it. It's just me and my dad. My sister doesn't come over. Her family doesn't come over. None of our family comes over. I really don't talk to most of my family at this point. I think the only family that I talk to right now, besides my dad, is my one aunt, and I rarely talk to her. But she comments on like my Facebook posts, Um, but we don't agree on a lot of things, and I've made it known that I don't agree with her. So, you know, anyways, um, it just, you know, it, holidays are different when you don't have anyone to celebrate them with. And then it's different too when you don't celebrate for the same religious reasons that everybody else is celebrating for. Oops, I hit the tripod, sorry. But it's like, you know, I just, I don't like to celebrate Christian holidays anymore just because I've had so many issues with people in the past expecting me to be a certain way. Like, have I ever told you guys the cult story? Because I was in a cult. Like, genuinely, I was in a cult. Oh, it was back in 2019, 2020. It was around the time that my grandma on my dad's side passed away, and they had me fully convinced that I was somebody that I wasn't, and that my dad was somebody that he wasn't, and that I needed to get away, and that all this other stuff. I nearly died because of them. Like, I'm not even kidding. Like, I mean, I'm genuinely not even joking. I had a attempt. Um, they didn't do it. I did it to myself. But it was because they kept pushing and pushing and pushing my mental health to the point where I thought that I couldn't make it. And I'll never forget being alone in that hotel room and just doing what I did. I will always have that memory. And that will always be a tainted memory of Christianity to me because they abandoned me basically. They, yeah. And the thing is, I still have the Bible that the pastor gave me while I was in the hospital. He gave it to me and then they kind of stopped showing up. I kept going to the church after I got out of the hospital, but not for very much longer because my dad was like, "Hey, so you realize this is what's happening?" And he kind of he kind of snapped me out of it real fast once I realized what was happening. Because if you guys don't realize, like, that schizophrenia and religion do not mix, they don't mix. Um, and I have schizophrenia. I have schizoaffective bipolar type. Um, and to have that, to have psychosis, and to try to be Christian is very dangerous because you can go down a really big rabbit hole real fast. And so it's like, you know, I mean, like I said, I have nothing against religion, like any religion. I don't care if it's Christianity, if it's Judaism, if it's Islam, Buddhism, Hinduism. Like, I don't give a what you practice. You need to be careful though with how you practice it if you have a mental illness. And this goes for witchcraft too, because I now am back to my witchy ways. I used to practice witchcraft back in the day, and then I kind of gave it up, went back to Christianity and all that. Whatever. Um, Once a witch, always a witch. You know how it is. um, but so, but you got to be careful with that too, because you just have to watch how you interact with spirituality when you're mentally ill. And it's like I hate to say it that way, but it's like it's true, It's like if you're mentally ill, you need to be careful that you're not getting into delusions and hallucinations, especially if you're schizophrenic. Like if you're just bipolar or if you're just depressed, that runs a risk of finding dangers too. But if you're like schizophrenic, if you're schizoaffective, if you're on the schizo spectrum at all, you need to be hyper vigilant and watch for those cues that you're going into psychosis or depression or something like that. Um, it's very dangerous to, fall into that rabbit hole. Um, because, yeah, like, girl, you don't want to be so far in your delusions that you lose touch with reality and think that a human is God. I did that. Not once, but twice. And I'm not getting into that one right now because that's a whole other story. But that's not even the cult story. Um, that's something else. But it sucks because like I still live in the same town as the people who are in that cult. I don't see them that frequently. They run a business in town, and I try to avoid going in there at all costs. And if I do go in there, if I see any of the members, I just like, I duck, I hide, but I genuinely try not to even go in there just because I don't want it's bad memories. I used to work there. That's how I got involved. They kept bothering me and bothering me and bothering me so much about come to church, come to church. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Come to church. And I'm like, fine, I'll go. And then they like charismatically got me involved. That's why they're called charismatic churches. Um, and yeah, it sucks. Oh, it was horrible. Um, but uh, but yeah, it's like they were Pentecostal, if that makes any difference. Which I'm not saying that every Pentecostal church is a cult, but this one was. And the way they treated me, they didn't treat me badly. I'm not saying that they treated me badly. They were very much like, you need to be this way, you need to be this way, you need to dress this way, you need to speak this way, act this way, think this way, be around these people. You cannot say this, you cannot do this. But they were nice about it. They were like, they were trying to mold me into who they wanted me to be. And if I look back on my Facebook posts from back then, I don't sound like me. Like, I genuinely don't. I don't sound like me. It's so weird. Like, hello? Like, I don't sound like me at all. It's so weird. Like, it's like I was a completely different person. But it's like, I don't know, just a lot. And holidays like this remind me of, those times. And, actually, I've been in two high control situations like that, where one was a straight up cult, that one was. The second one was actually the first one when I was growing up. And my one aunt that I don't talk to anymore, still goes to it. But they were high control. They would tell us when we went to events, like fairs and stuff, to only give the Bibles out to the good looking people, like the nice looking people, the people who didn't look like dirty and grungy, and like the the people who looked like they deserved Bibles. Their words exactly. And like as a 13-year-old, I was like, don't everybody, like, doesn't everybody deserve a Bible? And the guy was like, no. Hello? I mean, that guy's dead now, so like, whatever, rot in hell. But, but whatever. But it's like, they were, they were not cool. They also didn't believe in music, like, at all. So like, I came rolling up one day playing Guns N' Roses, and they were just like, oh. And I was like, what? They were like, you can't do that. And I was like, watch me. They mostly did it like because it was like no music in the church, like no church music, like only hymns that are sang by people, like voices and not instruments. But whatever. But I would never forget. There was one moment, and this guy was like an upper guy, like he was a deacon in the church. He's dead now, so I can talk a little bit more all I want. I don't give a I know they say don't speak ill of the dead, but he was a creep. Um, but I remember I was okay. So many people don't believe me. I was assigned female at birth. Okay, so like I know I got a deep voice. I know I kind of look masculine. I'm a cis woman. Um, but I was maybe 13, maybe 12 around this time. Probably closer to 12, 11. Um, and I was sitting in the office of that church, and he was in there with me, and I was alone with him. And he's sitting there next to me, and he puts his hand on my leg, and I'm wearing shorts. They're athletic shorts. They were from my cross country team, like our team shorts, but they weren't like the running shorts. They were like our team like practice shorts, so they were longer. They went to like about my knee. But he starts like lifting my shorts, and I'm like, what the is happening? Like literally, what is happening? This is a church leader. And then luckily, before anything happened, so like nothing happened besides that, which is like that's enough. But before anything like even seriously happened, two of the younger guys came in, like I'd say they were about 14 or 15. They came in and they saw what was happening. This guy did not stop what he was doing. Like, he genuinely thought that they were going to be okay with it. They saw what was happening and they looked at me and they said, come on. And they grabbed my arm and they pulled me up and they got me out of there so fast. And it's one memory. I cannot remember their names, but if I could remember their names, I would thank them. And I do thank them. Like, it's like, I don't know what would have happened. That guy was a creep, and he died. God, I don't even know, before mom died. So it's like I don't know. He's been gone for like 15 years, But still, it's like, oh my god, that guy was a creep. I absolutely hated him. And I know you're not supposed to hate people, but whatever. But yeah, I've had a lot of bad experiences with churches and religion and everything, and I think that's one reason why holidays just don't sit right with me anymore. Um, so yeah, um, wow, I have been chatting up a storm. We've been talking for 20 minutes. This video is gonna be long. I didn't expect today's video to be long, but it's gonna be. Wow. Okay. Oops. Oh wow. I guess I was talking, wasn't I? Well, I could probably talk more, but I don't know if I have anything else to say really. Probably end it here, that way I don't have to edit too much tonight. So I haven't even started on editing the video. But like I could just talk forever. Like there's always something to talk about, you know? There's always something to talk about. I can always find something to chit chat about with y'all. Y'all are my friends. I love y'all. Y'all are my buddies. I love y'all. Yeah, I'm probably gonna head off of here, close the vlog out, and get started on editing because I really need to. But I just kind of want to hang out with y'all. I don't know. I was kind of thinking of starting like a podcast or something. I think a podcast would be cool. Would you guys be interested in me starting a podcast? If you guys are still around by the end of this video and like you guys are hearing me talk about wanting to start a podcast, let me know. Because like we can do this. We could start a podcast. I could just talk about whatever, you know? I could be like Timmy's Takeout. We could start a podcast. It'd be cool. But anyways, I'm going to head off of here for now. Thank you guys so much for listening to me ramble and talk and just hanging out with me. I love you guys so much. Um, if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like. Um, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, do all the YouTubey things, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next vlog on Monday. Love you guys. Mwah.